chefs, and join us next time for more great recipes. This has been a presentation of EntertainmentStudios.com.
Big news breaks.
A tractor-trailer wreck closing down the turnpike.
The president trying to build consensus among other countries over North Korea's missile test.
A group of Cubans makes a deadly dash for freedom.
See it on 7.
A major explosion on Manhattan's east side.
Explosions rock a passenger train.
At least 100 are dead.
When big news breaks, you just gotta see it. See it on 7.
I'm Belkis Naray. Whether it's at the pool or the beach, when it comes to kids and water, you can never take any chances. That's why Channel 7 and the American Red Cross urge you to practice basic water safety. First, teach your kids how to swim, learn CPR, obey posted signs and warnings, and never leave your child unsupervised. Your kids are your life, and following these simple steps can help save their life. Right, guys?
Yes!
Big news breaks. Be the first to know. 7 News. Live from the news station. This is Today in Florida.
Now at 5, several radio stations rallying with community leaders in hopes of stopping recent violent acts in South Florida. Today in Florida, live.
A toddler and her grandmother crossing into danger on a South Florida street.
Killer bomb blast claiming nearly 200 lives as terrorists target commuter trains in India.
Plus, crews out in California have their hands full as they continue to fight massive brush fires throughout the state. Speaking of hot, look who's back, South Florida.
Where?
Back from vacation.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, South Florida. Richard Lemus.
Good morning, everybody. Good to be back. I'm Diana Diaz. We're going to get to all those stories in a minute, but first, a check on the forecast. Speaking of hot, good morning, Alita.
Good morning, Diana. Welcome back. Good morning, everybody. Starting off this morning with temperatures in the 80s. We've got plenty of clouds keeping us nice and warm this morning. 79 degrees for you in Key West. Take a look at the satellite. Good deck of clouds across the area. We have got a wave moving across the area this morning. Already seeing some rain showers, but most of the rain shower activity has developed over the Bahamas. Right now, we're seeing some showers coming ashore right now just east of Palm Beach County, and we'll start to see more of this activity as we progress toward the latter part of the day and in through the afternoon. Storm tracker indicating relatively dry conditions, starting to see a little bit more of activity around the Homestead, Florida City area, but as I'd mentioned, today could be a wet one. We're looking for possibility of heavy downpours today, on again, off again with this wave. Temperature readings in the mid to upper 80s. I'll have more on this coming up in about 15 minutes.
Local radio stations taking to the air in hopes of signaling change to stop recent violence in South Florida. Community leaders, along with a pair of radio stations, will be on hand this morning for what's being called a Unity for Peace rally.
Yeah, and the object is to stop the recent gun violence responsible for the deaths of local children. 7's Luann Sorrell is live in Liberty City, and she's got more. Good morning, Luann.
Good morning, Richard. Well, you know, a lot of people are just getting really tired of all the gun violence in our community and the loss of young lives. And now, finally, some community members are doing something about it. Take a look behind me. This morning here in this McDonald's parking lot off of 62nd Street and I-95, 99 Jams and Hot 105 will be broadcasting the Unity for Peace rally live here from 6 until 10 a.m. They're asking people to come out and join them in showing of frustration against all the gun violence and loss of life. We're finally doing something about it here. And yesterday, another radio station, 1080 AM, did the same thing.
The city of Miami and Miami-Dade County seeing a surge in young people dying from gun violence. Most recently, 9-year-old Sherdavia Jenkins' little body was laid to rest. The little girl dying in her mother's arms after she's hit by a stray bullet while playing outside her Liberty City home.
I am, and I will praise them while I can. I'll bless, amen, all time.
James Anderson's mother knows the family's pain far too well.
My son was killed with a AK-47. That there are children in our area or in our city that have assault rifles that can go through buildings.
First of all, the way that we address these things is through organization.
But now, a push for peace.
Have Egan Collins here this morning.
Wednesday morning, 99 Jams and Hot 105 doing what WTPS 1080 AM did Tuesday morning, launching a drive calling for people to put down their guns and for men to step up to the plate.
When we address the issues of men, we can see some of the shootings, we can see some of the killings, we can see these things end if we will take our stand as men in the home and in the community.
Even Miami Police Chief John Timoney calling in to voice his support and concern.
We need not only community support, but we need the community members to stand by us and stand with us. And I commend your radio station for going out to the street, out to the community.
The hope is to stop the senseless pain and loss that far too many families in our community are feeling.
And you can get involved in this Unity for Peace rally today from 6 until 10 a.m. You can join the DJs who will be out here, as well as community activists and community leaders and politicians will be out here throughout the day, as well as athletes, to all get involved in this Stop the Violence effort. There will be a petition. They are asking everyone to come out and sign that petition and express their frustration with all of this violence that has been happening. Again, we are on 62nd Street, right off of I-95. And something else you can do if you have any information on any of the recent gunfights, gun attacks, and Sherdavia Jenkins, as well as any of the other deaths, you are asked to call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-TIPS. That is the very latest. We are live in Liberty City this morning. I'm Luann Sorrell, Today in Florida.
Also this morning on Today in Florida, a toddler and her grandmother are in the hospital after crossing into danger in Oakland Park. Police say Florencia Ortega was pushing her granddaughter in a stroller when a truck pinned them under a tire, dragging the two for nearly 200 feet. The accident happening at the intersection of Northeast First Terrace and Commercial Boulevard yesterday morning. Several Good Samaritans stopped to help lift the van off 1-year-old Jennifer Ramiro.
10 people that said put it up of the car so the baby is coming out.
She recognized, I'm assuming it was her grandmother or something when she got down there, so we were hopeful.
The baby girl was rushed to Broward General Medical Center with her grandmother. Their condition right now is unknown. Police are still investigating the accident. The driver has not been charged.
5:06 is now the time, and a Pompano Beach Country Club going up in smoke. Fire rescue cameras rolling as smoke filled the sky at the Palm Air Resort yesterday afternoon. The flames ripping through a warehouse containing golf carts and other equipment. Several neighboring buildings also sustaining some smoke damage, but no injuries were reported. The cause of this blaze is still under investigation. Miami police and fire rescue taking no chances, evacuating businesses near the Tobacco Road, which is a landmark bar, after an uncontrollable gas leak. Authorities setting up perimeters in the area of Southwest 1st Avenue and 7th Street. That leak started last night.
6 minutes past 5 o'clock now, and a wreck in the roads as a car is crushed by a train. The accident happening in Miami at the train tracks on Bird Road and Southwest 72nd Avenue. A woman was stopped on the tracks as the train approached. The engineer applying the air brakes in an attempt to stop, but the train was traveling just too fast, smashing it into the small car and then pushing it about 1/10 of a mile down the track.
We got about 15,000 ton here. You can't stop it like a car. My engineer dumped the air, put on all the emergency brakes, but we just kept sliding.
An ambulance taking the driver of the car to Jackson Memorial Hospital. The engineer and conductor on board the train were not injured.
Now, bomb after bomb exploding in Bombay.
You could hear loud sounds, there was smoke, there was fire.
The terror attacks tearing through trains.
People were hanging from the train. There are some people who were thrown out from the train.
Today in Florida, on the story.
The bombs going off during the evening rush hour.
And this morning, the death toll stands at nearly 200 people. The terror on the tracks happening in the city of Mumbai, which is formerly known as Bombay. But as 7's Tom Haynes explains, India is a country in crisis, still trying to determine who would do such a thing.
One by one down the railway line, the bombs went off. 8 of them targeting millions of commuters during the height of the evening rush hour in India's capital city. Seconds after the blast, pandemonium erupted, with people jumping from train cars onto the tracks below, some struck by oncoming trains, body parts strewn all over the place.
I saw that the first class compartment was totally ripped apart and people were hanging from the train. There are some people who were thrown out from the train and they were lying on the track, bleeding completely.
The explosions were so intense, a nearby shopkeeper says it felt like they were being struck by lightning. Indian authorities say they had information an attack was coming, but did not know the time or the place.
The government will take all possible measures to maintain law and order and defeat the forces of terrorism.
A Fox News reporter familiar with India explains why the train system made the perfect terrorist target.
The trains in India and in Mumbai in particular are packed every single day. There will have been a person on every single seat. There will have been scores of people standing in the aisles. That is why the devastation is so great in this kind of attack.
India is a beautiful, yet in many ways chaotic country. The death toll from Tuesday's terror undoubtedly added to by the confusion and inefficiency of rescue crews. Congested streets, monsoon rain, and pure panic only hampering their efforts.
And it burst. I mean, you could hear loud sound, there was smoke, there was fire.
In Washington, Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice condemned the bombings, using them to underscore the broader war on terror.
It simply shows that this kind of hideous incident can happen anywhere in the world against innocent people, and so we stand with India in this time of need.
Tom Haynes, Today in Florida.
Well, 2 Kashmiri militant groups today denied any role in those bombings. The world, meantime, is reacting with transit systems in major cities from New York to New Delhi on high alert.
Security tightening in Germany as officials prepare for President Bush's arrival tomorrow. The president will spend Thursday with German Chancellor Angela Merkel just before heading to Russia for the G8 summit. Thousands yesterday, police officers on the ground patrolling a town just about 2 hours north of Berlin. All streets leading into the town are closed, and law enforcement is enforcing a no-fly zone covering several miles there.
The defense secretary is speaking about his surprise visit to Iraq. Donald Rumsfeld says the new Iraqi government is not ready to decide on security issues, which will determine the pace of troop reductions this year. There are now about 129,000 U.S. troops in Iraq, and officials are hoping to cut down that number by the end of this year. Rumsfeld's remarks suggested the timing and scope of troop reduction is still in doubt.
The time is now 5:11, and we hit fast forward for a look at the day ahead. You can groove your way onto the basketball court with a white-hot Heat star. A South Florida teacher hoping to rise to the head of the class, but first, a sailor sailing his way into court.
A U.S. Navy submarine crewman who is charged with trying to burglarize and torch a $1 million yacht during Fleet Week is due in court. 23-year-old Robert Coloretti was found on the Ida II while it was docked on the New River back in May. The sailor is expected to be arraigned later this morning. Kids at Gulfstream Elementary School know how good she is, and now Miami-Dade third grade teacher Lynn Carrier is among the finalists in tonight's Florida Teacher of the Year ceremony. Carrier was chosen among more than 180,000 teachers as one of 72 nominees. In May, she was handed the keys to a new Toyota and more than $7,000 in cash and prizes. Zoe's Summer Groove Basketball Clinic is taking place today in Miramar. This is the first of a series of events surrounding the annual event. Alonzo Mourning will team up with many of his NBA All-Star friends as they meet mid-court Sunday in a basketball game benefiting Alonzo Mourning charities.
For the latest news, you can log on with us anytime at WSVN.com or tune in to 7 News at noon.
This morning, 2 Discovery astronauts will attempt a third and final spacewalk to make some much-needed repairs. The astronauts are going to test to see if a putty-like sealant can be used to patch the damaged space shuttle. The third spacewalk was approved while the shuttle was still in space, adding an extra day to the 13-day mission.
Still to come this morning from the Newsplex, authorities in Chicago continue to investigate what led to a train derailment during the afternoon commute.
A Florida mansion going up in flames, and officials say lightning may be to blame for this one.
Plus, dry and dangerous conditions causing some major problems for fire crews out west.
If you've been injured in any type of accident, call 911 first, then dial 411. 1-800-411-PAIN.
411-PAIN will help you find a doctor, and they'll work on your behalf when many insurance companies do not.
According to Florida law, you may be entitled to a minimum of $10,000 in personal injury protection and lost wages, whether you're at fault or not.
Insurance companies have the right people working for them. Call 1-800-411-PAIN and get the right people to work for you.
Feels good, sitting or not. Scan Design, fall in furniture love.
Headlamps that rotate, a smoother, quieter ride, advanced navigation. The engineering of a luxury car is an exercise in subtlety. Do it right, and it won't go unnoticed. An entirely new ES, the Lexus ES 350. At your South Florida Lexus dealer.
Cancer patient trapped in his condo, unable to get treatment because of this broken elevator.
I talked to the association and nothing happened.
How can this elderly man get it fixed? Howard clears up this mobility mess. Tonight at 10 on 7 News.
Channel 7 invites you to the ultimate alien experience. Aliens, Worlds of Possibilities, and the IMAX film Alien Adventure 3D. Now playing at the Museum of Discovery and Science, Fort Lauderdale. For information, call or log on today.
Time for 7 weather with Alita Loreska.
Good morning, everybody. A nice breeze to start you off on this Wednesday morning. Temperature readings right now in the upper 70s, low 80s as you head outside the door. Key West right now at 79 degrees. Marathon checking in with 80, 81 in Homestead. Storm tracker winds showing that the strongest winds right now located in Broward County, Fort Lauderdale with 16-mile-per-hour winds, 12 in Deerfield Beach. The rest of the area less than 10. As we take a look at the satellite, you will notice that we are seeing plenty of clouds coming in from the south. We have a tropical wave that is continuing to move over the South Florida area, and this will slowly push toward the Gulf of Mexico later on today. But behind this, plenty of moisture in place right now. Not really detecting a whole lot of moisture, but as we get the heating of the day and we get those sea breezes to activate this afternoon, we're going to see much in the more the way of shower activity. Most of the showers right now relatively light right around the Homestead area, finding some activity and down in the Keys around Marathon and Key West. Take you now to Homestead, where we are seeing some rain showers just south of Florida City, maybe around Card Sound Road here if you're heading down US 1 or up from the Keys. This morning we are going to be You're probably going to be using your windshield wipers this morning, as we are anticipating some slick roadways out there. Wider view of the satellite, you can see plenty of clouds streaming in. There's that wave right off of our coast right now. Most of the moisture over the Andros Islands, and that will continue to push from the east coast of Florida, pushing west, and plenty of moisture associated with the system. Also adding to the instability is this upper low over the southeastern Gulf. You can see the pool of moisture coming in on the backside of this, and this is also going to add to the instability this afternoon. So as the wave approaches the area, already looking at breezy to windy conditions this afternoon. Mostly cloudy skies. May see peaks of sunshine this morning, but we are going to see mostly cloudy this afternoon. Showers and storms. Possibility of heavy downpours, maybe even some flooding in some low-lying areas. But once this wave moves off, we are going to stay on the breezy side, looking a little bit drier for tomorrow. with a mix of sun and clouds and only about a slight chance of a spotty shower. Small craft use caution today as those winds, they indeed will be picking up in anticipation of this wave moving through. Winds out of the southeast 15 to 20 knots, up to 4 to 6 foot seas, and the bay waters will be choppy today, so be careful doing any sort of watercraft activity. Upper 80s for today, breezy along the inland areas, windy around the coast, the risk of heavy rainfall today, potential for problems on the roofs. If you're already having problems with those blue tarps, looking for more problems later on this afternoon. Showers around 4 tonight, still looking at a chance of some isolated storms. But once we get through today, smooth sailing for the rest of the week and into the weekend with only a slight chance of those showers. That's a look at your 7-on-7 forecast. Have a great Wednesday.
Dry conditions sparking danger in California. Hundreds of crews joining forces to fight those flames. Wildfires raging throughout California, threatening homes, evacuated communities, and bringing fire crews out by the thousands.
40-mile-per-hour winds spreading the flames over 17,000 acres in California's historic Pioneer Town, 2 hours east of Los Angeles. Pioneer Town featured a series of Old West-styled shop fronts used in countless Western movies. 30 homes and buildings destroyed, 1,000 people evacuated, and hundreds of other homes threatened. Some 400 miles north in Patterson, fire crews were able to contain 40% of a fire burning about 5 square miles, destroying 3 hunting cabins and threatening other neighborhoods.
There's a house on the top of that ridgeline up there that they've spent a lot of the day trying to protect.
So far it's still there, huh?
Still there so far.
In Pioneer Town, fires spread from a series of lightning-sparked blazes. In Patterson, dry conditions are to blame.
You get a lot of grass, and that's what creates the flashy fire, the long-running fires that we're seeing here.
Fire crews responding by air and on the ground. In total, almost 4,000 firefighters battling the fires throughout California. They're using choppers and tankers to drop water in an attempt to douse the raging flames. While some homes and structures were unsalvageable, lives were protected.
These guys are from Keys. They've been here all day. We've been keeping them cool, giving them drinks and things, so it's reassuring to have them there.
No injuries were reported from either community.
All right, well, meanwhile, firefighters also had their hands full in the bordering state of Nevada, where lightning is being blamed for starting a 3,000-acre blaze.
First off the satellites this morning, it was a chaotic ride for many Chicago commuters on their way home from work yesterday. A subway train derailing, followed by smoke, fire, and dangerous fumes. Dozens of those commuters had to be evacuated, and about 120 were sent to hospitals. Investigators are searching for the cause of the derailment. Terrorism, though, is not suspected. Central Texas residents shocked after a small plane misses a runway, crashing into some trees near their house. The husband and wife inside reacting quickly when they saw what was happening.
If he lost power, he was probably coming in on a glide and pooped out right over the tree. Saw that there was gasoline pouring out of one of the tanks. I said, let's get away from this thing on safety side. Told my wife to call 911, and that was it.
The student pilot and instructor on board at the time of the crash shaken up, but okay. The FAA is investigating. A Central Florida home charred after a lightning strike ignites a fire. That fire starting Monday morning in Lansing Island, a community in Indian Harbor Beach. A storm cell from a tropical wave made its way through Brevard County at the time the fire was reported.
Still to come this morning from the Plex, outrage in Boston after a concrete panel from a tunnel crushes and kills a woman.
Plus, a famous intersection at the center of 60s counterculture gets landmark status.
We're here in Hollywood preparing for the tradition that is Miss Florida USA.
The best and brightest from Pensacola to the Florida Keys are competing for the premier title in the Sunshine State. It's time for everybody's favorite. Gowns, swimsuits, and interviews. Truly glamour on parade. Miss Florida USA 2007. The tradition continues from Hollywood.
Miss Florida USA, Saturday at 7 on 7. Brought to you by these sponsors.
Mercury Insurance has lowered the cost of growing up. We offer some of the lowest teen driver rates in Florida, which means that you'll have a little extra for the ones that you love. Call us today to see how much we can save you. Mercury Insurance, going the extra mile for you. For a fast, free quote, call 888-4Mercury.
Bundle your new services with Bell South and get up to $300 cash back to spend any way you want. That's right. To get cash back, add new high-speed internet service to Singular wireless service and Bell South Unlimited local and long-distance calling.
Oh, I love those.
Plus, order direct TV service available from Bell South with access to over 250 digital quality channels. And get the cash you want to buy the things you can't stop thinking about. Bundle your new services now with Bell South, and you'll soon have a lot on your mind, too. Like how you're going to spend that extra cash every month. But don't think cash back is the only benefit to bundling new services with Bell South. You can also look forward to annual savings of up to $240 a year, guaranteed. To take advantage of this great offer, call or visit our website today. But you better hurry before the bubble bursts. Bell South. Listening, answering.
This is one way to find out what your home is worth. Or simply go to housevalues.com. Find out what your home is worth free at housevalues.com. For your free home value report, go to housevalues.com.
Recapping for you this morning, several community activists along with local radio stations are rallying support for the Unity for Peace campaign in Liberty City this morning. The object to stop the recent gun violence responsible for the deaths of South Florida youth. Two Kashmiri militant groups have denied any involvement behind yesterday's rush hour commuter train bombings. 8 bombs went off on packed trains, killing 190 people and wounding hundreds more. That's a look at this morning's top stories.
Also making news today, they are playing the blame game in Boston after part of a ceiling in a highway tunnel collapsed, crushing a car and killing a woman. The governor of Massachusetts wants to fire Matthew Amorello, the head of the state's Turnpike Authority. But Amorello calls the collapse an anomaly and says he's not going to quit. And the Mecca for hippiedom gets a landmark status from the government. San Francisco's Board of Supervisors voted unanimously yesterday to make the intersection of Haight and Ashbury Streets a historic landmark. As 60s counterculture aficionados know, the intersection was known as the epicenter of the hippie movement. The landmark designation is meant to help protect the architectural, historical, and cultural heritage of that area.
Coming your way at 5:30 on Today in Florida, several residents are without a home after a fire tears through a Miami condo.
Plans to build a house of worship in a South Florida neighborhood leading to a protest at City Hall.
Plus, tragedy at the track. Hear from a jockey who survived one frightening fall.
Time now for the Hyundai Sports Page.
Seven News, brought to you in part by Ashley Furniture Home Store, now open at Sawgrass Mills, Davie, and Kendall.
If you've been in a car accident, you need to listen. According to Florida law, you're entitled to a minimum of $10,000 in personal injury protection and lost wages, whether the accident is your fault or not. 1-800-411-PAIN provides accident help start to finish. They take emergency calls from home or hospital 24/7. Car damage, they even provide free transportation. Call today to see how much you're entitled to. In any accident, call 1-800-411-PAIN.
Stop by your local On the Run at Exxon and Mobil for a thirst-quenching deal. Get a 32-ounce fountain drink for just 62 cents. Only at On the Run at Exxon and Mobil locations.
Why are you still on dial-up instead of Bell South Fast Access DSL?
It's too expensive for our budget, yeah. I can't afford it. He has a bad job, so.
I work for your dad. Actually, Bell South Fast Access DSL is as low as $24.95 a month. Really?
Yeah, but some of those companies will start you off on one. They usually start you at that rate.
Then they hit you with the real price 6 months later.
Not with Bell South. There's no introductory pricing. Guaranteed. It's just $24.95 a month.
Is it really that much faster?
Yeah. Bell South has speeds up to 100 times faster than standard dial-up.
100 times faster? Oh, that's good.
Wow. That's fast. So what are you waiting for? Go with Bell South Fast Access DSL today for prices as low as $24.95 a month. And you can even get $75 cash back on select speeds. Plus get a free modem when you order online. So why are you still using dial-up?
Why are we still using dial-up?
I don't know.
I am out of excuses.
Bell South. Listening, answering.
For 23 years, American Residential Lending has earned the trust of South Florida by guaranteeing that every customer's financial needs are always met. And right now, get the cash you need for home improvements and debt consolidation, or even get out of your adjustable mortgage, and we'll give you $1,000 credit at closing. What are you waiting for? Call us or apply online today. Close your loan and receive a complimentary cruise. American Residential Lending. Welcome home.
That is Today in Florida at 5 o'clock. Thanks for watching. I'm Diana Diaz.
I'm Richard Lemus. We're back in 2 minutes with more news.
Just as Infiniti is designed to outperform the competition, so is our new dealership. Welcome to the grand opening of the world's largest Infiniti dealership, Sawgrass Infiniti. With over 1,000 Infinitis in stock, the convenience of 60 service bays with free loaner cars available. Sawgrass Infiniti, just minutes from Fort Lauderdale, Boca, and Miami. Why go anywhere else? Commercial Boulevard and Sawgrass Expressway.
Sawgrass Infiniti, any questions?
And we're hearing reports of winds up to 120 miles an hour. The hurricane's projected to make landfall by early morning. Authorities are urging all residents and visitors to evacuate. Board up all windows and remain indoors. Basic services may be interrupted. Expect shortages of necessary supplies. Only emergency vehicles will be allowed access into certain areas.
At Georgia Pacific, we realize the things we make every day become even more important during a crisis. We make plywood, drywall, and building supplies. We also make paper towels, bath tissue, and other home essentials. But most importantly, we make sure all of these things will be there when you need them most. Georgia Pacific, making life's simple necessities.
It seems that no matter where we go or what we do, we always take my Land Rover LR3. Like when my daughter had to transport her ambitious yet prize-winning science project, it was, let's take mine. When the wife's 6 extra-tall relatives made a surprise visit, I took them to her sister's. In mine. Took mine. Took mine. When we went on a supposedly sun-filled vacation, we just had to take mine. And when the clouds finally parted, I'm glad we had mine.
Always be glad you took yours. The LR3 by Land Rover. Designed for the extraordinary. Visit your local Land Rover center.
For storm coordinates 24/7, call the 7 Tropic Watch hotline or visit 7 Weather online at WSVN.com. Your city, your world, your news station. 7 News.
Closed captioning brought to you by City Furniture, now offering same-day delivery 7 days a week.
Live from the news station, this is Today in Florida.
Right now at 5:30, flames ripping through an apartment building this morning. Many residents forced out of their homes.
Controversy over a proposed House of God. Find out what one politician is saying that is raising eyebrows.
Trouble on the job for a worker at a home improvement store.
And pricey parrots flying the coop. Now the search for the bandits, and just one station has it. Good morning, South Florida. I'm Tiffany Tucker.
Hi, everyone. I'm Richard Lemus. We're going to get to all those stories in just a couple of minutes. But first, let's take a look at the forecast.
7's Alita Loresco's here with the details. Good morning, Alita.
Good morning, Tiffany. Good morning, everybody. Dealing with plenty of clouds across the South Florida area this morning because tropical wave is currently moving toward our area and will eventually clear our area later on today. But behind this wave, we are detailing a lot of moisture in place. Most of the moisture right now limited right around the Florida Straits, moving up toward the north around portions of Miami-Dade. Most of the shower activity right now between Key Largo up through Homestead, Florida City, and it looks like we've got more on the way, and that will continue to stream through throughout the day and early evening hours. So cloudy and windy for this afternoon, 70% chance of showers and storms, potential for some heavy rainfall as well today. Highs in the mid to upper 80s. We'll take a closer look at the rest of your forecast coming up in about 15 minutes.
Time now for Fast Track Traffic.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Here's your 7 traffic look at I-95 at Griffin Road this morning. Very good commute throughout all of Broward County. Also, I-95 is clear from Hallandale Beach Boulevard to Hillsborough Boulevard. Yesterday, we had a big situation on the turnpike with a gas tanker that got into an accident right on the turnpike at the Cypress Creek Toll. That was closed for a long time yesterday afternoon. Well, just if you need to know, that roadway is reopened this morning. You will be able to take the turnpike northbound and southbound through the Cypress Creek Toll Plaza. Let's go to your fast track to traffic. Take a look at Miami-Dade County. Look at the bottom of your screen. You're going to see a lot of police activity on the Dolphin Expressway. This is all due to an accident investigation that is underway eastbound on the Dolphin right at Lejeune Road. Several police officers are on the scene of this, so as you head out this morning, definitely watch your speed and use caution on the approach to Lejeune Road. Besides that, the rest of your highways throughout Miami-Dade County up to speed this morning. As you can see, it's just going to take you an extra 2 minutes on the Dolphin. It's now a 13-minute ride instead of an 11-minute ride. That's 7 traffic. I'm David Sprung. More traffic in 15 minutes.
Deadly violence. South Florida radio stations are hoping to signal change. Several community activists taken to the airwaves rallying support for the Unity for Peace campaign in Liberty City this morning. The object is to stop the recent gun violence responsible for the recent deaths of South Florida youth. A derailment and fire on a Chicago commuter train filled with rush hour commuters sparked an emergency evacuation. That fire filled a subway tunnel with smoke, critically injuring at least 2 people during the evacuation. Authorities say that the last car of an 8-car train jumped the track, causing material under the train to catch fire. At least 120 passengers had to be transported to area hospitals, primarily for smoke inhalation. And bomb after bomb exploding in Bombay, the terror attacks tearing through commuter trains. 8 bombs went off on packed trains, and police are still picking through train wreckage for clues. 2 Kashmiri militant groups denied playing any role in the bombings that killed 190 people and wounded hundreds of others.
Also on today in Florida, a high-rise firefight right in Miami Beach. The fire starting on the 6th floor and firefighters facing a challenge to knock it down. This morning, residents were forced to evacuate their homes after the power to the building was shut off.
The good news is everyone's out okay, including a blind man. But as Joel Brown reports, there's no telling how long residents might be kept from their homes.
Fire rescue forced to break in where the fire breaks out. 6 floors up inside the Versailles condominium. Firefighters climb up and contain the blaze to one cluttered condo.
It was packed full of belongings, and crews had a difficult time getting in to actually extinguish the fire.
A tiring 2-alarm blaze with smoke spreading through a stairwell. Residents ordered out, so George Peralta helps his mom.
She starts getting all nervous and panic. She starts grabbing her hat, her sunglasses, her juice. And I'm here, I grab her and I pull her out. I say, come on, we gotta go, because I saw the smoke.
Yeah, my baby saved my life. Thank God that he was there, because I didn't know, I got like disoriented. I didn't know what to do.
And a blind resident led to safety.
And I kept trying to get out, and there was a lot of smoke there.
But with the fire extinguished and contained to one unit, residents are still kept out. There's no power to the building.
The FPL turned on the light to the building, and they will not get the electricity back today. So we will open a shelter.
Hey, are we all homeless in 20 minutes? No, I want an answer.
Impatience flares tempers, a reminder of June last year. The same condominium shut down by the city for 3 weeks until new air conditioning units were installed. Now this, and residents fired up all over again.
I'm a missionary. Up to now, since Andrew, we helped everybody. Now we expect you guys to help us out.
So residents want help, and they're getting it from the Red Cross. They've commissioned that Miami-Dade transit bus. They're going to get folks out of here to hotels and also to shelter. No official word on a cause, but when this fire first broke out at about 4 o'clock, it was said to have begun in an air conditioning unit. Those same air conditioning units which were first installed just last year. That's our story on Miami Beach. Joel Brown, today in Florida.
The time is now 5:36, and a preacher protest ignited last night at City Hall. Outrage over plans to build a mosque in a South Florida neighborhood. Church leaders demanding Pompano Beach reverse its decision to allow the building of a mosque in a neighborhood. The owners of that mosque say that the current facility is too small and that they plan to expand their worship center into a facility equipped with a preschool and soccer field. Critics, however, say that Islam has no place in a mostly Christian community. They would rather see homes be built on the nearly 5-acre property.
If the mosque come here, America has a lot to fear. Our judicial system has a lot to fear.
I think he's prejudiced. I think his information and knowledge about Islam is very limited.
School in that area.
Well, the city has already given the Islamic Center the go-ahead to make that move. City leaders saying that the mosque has met all the legal requirements.
Following the dismissal of a massive class action penalty against Big Tobacco, one South Florida woman is on a crusade to turn things around by filing an individual lawsuit. Last week, the Florida Supreme Court threw out a $145 billion verdict. But a new ruling by the court gave people like Lucretia Pummer, whose husband died of lung cancer, the opportunity to individually sue the companies.
My lawyer explained to me that the individual still have a right to be heard in court.
According to estimates, up to 700,000 people in Florida alone are eligible to participate and benefit from this new ruling.
Air rescue rushed to the scene after a man falls from the roof of a Home Depot. It happened at Southwest 113th Avenue and Bird Road. The man had to be rushed to JMH with serious injuries. It is not yet known why that man fell from the roof or how he got there. A man is behind bars this morning while two other suspects are still on the loose after stealing some watches from a Coral Springs jewelry store. The suspects asked the store clerk to see the watches and they took off, but not before the clerk grabbed one of them and called police. Coral Springs officer located the 2004 Pontiac Grand Prix the thieves were in and tried to stop them, but to no avail. Police are looking for a Florida license plate tag of PR14D. If you have any information about this case, call Crime Stoppers at 954-493-TIPS.
Time right now is 5:38. A story you'll see on just one station. Thieves stealing more than just electronics when they head a South Florida home. One eclectus and one Quaker bird were taken in broad daylight from the residence. The owner desperately wants the birds returned, saying Nellie and Gizmo are like her children, not just pets.
Bring her back. I don't care about my stuff. I just want my baby back. Because she's my baby. I can't have kids. I can't have human children. These are my babies.
If anyone has any information, you're urged to call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers. The number is right there on your screen. It's 305-471-TIPS.
Still to come this morning from the Plaxa, jockey whose horse gave him a tough tumble talks about the frightening fall.
A billboard that's supposed to market beer instead offending some Houston residents.
And how this toy can make a big difference when it comes to learning more about natural disasters.
7 News, brought to you in part by El Dorado Furniture, a different kind of furniture store.
Fast, aggressive, relentless. Fire has no equal. Or does it? The 300 horsepower Lexus GS. See your South Florida Lexus dealer.
Sold. Oh, you don't like red wine? Then you won't like soda or coffee? Don't worry. I've got Resolve Dual Power.
Resolve Dual Power combines stain fighters and oxy action in a unique formula to get out tough stains right before your eyes.
Wow, look at that.
Amazing. Resolve Dual Power. And get the power of Resolve in your steam machine. Resolve Steam is safe for use in all popular steam machines.
Maria Bergman's Nature Valley. Lost Horse Creek, Bitterroot Range, Montana. Where's yours? 100% natural, whole grains, delicious. Nature Valley Granola Bars, the energy bar nature intended.
Introducing the new Web United, the most cost-effective high-speed internet bandwidth in the Tri-County area. Now offering 3 megabits of internet access from $700 per month. Web United, where customer care and technical excellence come first. Call us now.
Time for 7 Weather with Alita Loresca.
Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Check out those temperatures as you head outside the door this morning in the low 80s. Nice breeze coming out of the east. Southeast in Homestead at 8 miles per hour, up to 16 mile per hour winds in Fort Lauderdale, Broward County. That's where we're seeing breezier spots this morning. And in Miami, coming out of the east at 9 miles per hour. The rest of the state, low 70s around Jacksonville, as well as Gainesville, 73 in Tampa, 74 in Fort Myers, Key West, checking in with 79 degrees for you. Look at the satellite. Plenty of activity across southern portions of Florida. We saw it yesterday develop during the afternoon. This morning, we will continue to see the moisture on the increase. Upper level system still sitting off the southwest coast, and that's still pulling in good amount of moisture. But also, in addition to that, we've got a tropical wave moving over our area, and this is going to continue to push toward the west. Behind this, that is the moist side, and that is going to continue to move over our area later on today. So be prepared. Keep that umbrella handy for today. Storm tracker indicating most of the showers and storms that are moving inland around the Homestead, Florida City area, further toward the north around Cutler Bay, Naranja, Kendall, Coral Gables. Starting to see those areas being kind of brush with those light to moderate rain showers. Broward County not looking too bad this morning. Most of the showers are offshore, but we will continue to see the moisture increase. Take a look at that deep area of convection sitting off the coast of Cuba, portions of Andros, Nassau Islands. This is all making its way toward our area later on today in association with this tropical wave. But the good news is there is some drier air on the backside of this. We just need to get through all of this moisture today before we see any sort of drier conditions move through the area, which will hold off until Thursday. So feeling the effects of a tropical wave today, looking for increasing clouds this afternoon, windy to locally gusty conditions with some of the storms that move through. And of course, we could see the effects of tropical downpours. Small craft caution as you head out there. Not going to be a good idea to be out there on your boats, especially later on this afternoon when that activity picks up. Showers and storms today, afternoon highs in the upper 80s. Tonight, those temperatures drop back down in the 70s. The good news, it's one day of this, and then it's smooth sailing for the rest of the week into the weekend. That's a look at your 7 on 7 forecast. Have a great Wednesday.
Time now for Fast Track Traffic.
Good morning, everyone. Here's your 7 traffic look at the Dolphin Expressway this morning, right where it meets with the Palmetto. Very good ride now on the Dolphin. A few minutes ago, it wasn't so good. There was an accident investigation going on eastbound on the Dolphin at Lejeune Road. They have now wrapped that up. You do still have a little bit of a residual delay getting through that area, but in the next few minutes, that will dissipate, and you're going to have a much better ride from the Turnpike extension all the way into downtown Miami. Let's go to your fast track to traffic and take a look at Broward County. A new situation going on. This is an injury accident northbound on the Turnpike. It's 3 miles north of Hollywood Boulevard at mile marker 52, so that puts it right in between Hollywood Boulevard and Griffin Road. Delays will be building behind this, so you might want to avoid this as you head out the door. Take I-95 as your alternate. It is clear, no slowdowns at all this morning. It's a 28-minute ride from Hallandale Beach Boulevard to Hillsborough Boulevard, and you have a great ride as well on 595, I-75, and the southbound lanes of the Turnpike wide open with a 16-minute commute. That's 7 traffic. I'm David Sprung. More traffic in 15 minutes.
A race to the finish turning into a race to the hospital. Now a jockey is speaking.
It's like jumping out of an airplane without the parachute open.
After being trampled on the track.
That man taking a horrible fall.
What happens next nearly cost him his life. 7's Diana Diaz is in the Newsplex following this story. Diana?
Well, it happened so fast. First the fall, and then the horses weighing hundreds of pounds, unable to get out of the way fast enough.
This was the scene just last Sunday at a racetrack in Idaho. Jockey Rowdy Luark was in the lead when his horse suddenly takes a tumble, slamming Rowdy to the ground.
Like jumping out of an airplane without your parachute opening. It happens so quick that you worry about the other horses coming over top of you.
And that's exactly what happened.
I had like 3 of them step on me.
3 other horses trampled Rowdy as they and their jockeys collapsed like dominoes, one on top of the other. Rowdy says he doesn't remember anything after the initial fall, even as he reviews the tapes for the first time.
What are you thinking right now as you watch it?
How lucky I am that I'm walking right now.
Believe it or not, he's barely on his feet, and he's hoping to get back up on a horse as soon as this weekend. That is, if his doctors let him.
If you have fear, it's time to stop.
While Rowdy says he's anxious to get back in the saddle, he hasn't forgotten the horses that died in the accident or the other riders who are still in the hospital.
It's very hard. I had tears in my eyes out there for the horse. It's very hard. Thank God I made it through that one.
Well, Rowdy suffered a broken foot in addition to some bumps and bruises. One of the other jockeys injured remains in critical condition. Live in the Satellite Center, I'm Diana Diaz, today in Florida.
Okay, Diana, 5:47 is now the time. Still to come this morning from the 7 Newsplex, a chopper used for more than just play. We're going to explain straight ahead.
And an all-star forward saying he's sticking to his team, at least for now.
I'm Steve Shapiro. Got your 77th All-Star Game highlights, and a much troubled UM football player wants out. 7 Sports coming up.
And now, the 7 News Business Ticker.
Just as Infiniti is designed to outperform the competition, so is our new dealership. Welcome to the grand opening of the world's largest Infiniti dealership, Sawgrass Infiniti. With over 1,000 Infinitis in stock, the convenience of 60 service bays with free loaner cars available. Sawgrass Infiniti, just minutes from Fort Lauderdale, Boca, and Miami. Why go anywhere else? Commercial Boulevard and Sawgrass Expressway.
Sawgrass Infiniti, any questions?
Whether you're building, remodeling, or creating a fresh look for your home, an American Lighting Association member showroom has experienced lighting professionals who can make your home more beautiful, functional, and secure. Most of all, we bring your best ideas to light.
At South Dade Lighting, 13006 Southwest 87th Avenue.
Hey, Louie, you got a sec? Someone I want you to meet. Meet better.
Your tomatoes look fantastic. Oh, floor's court.
Better's going to be lending a hand around here. More like moral support, reminding everybody that Better is what Winn-Dixie's all about. Fresher, better quality, better variety, guaranteed.
Are these California nectarines?
Uh-huh. He sure knows his produce.
Better, this is the start of a beautiful friendship. I'm good. I'm the check of the world.
At Headquarters Toyota, we're celebrating Christmas in July with the hottest deals and the widest selection of cars, SUVs, and trucks. What a place! Personal attention, financing options, and 15 acres of cars, all at the lowest price. Thanks to Headquarters Toyota, you don't have to wait till Christmas to get your present.
Off the Palmetto and 57th Avenue is Headquarters Toyota.
You'll feel like you bought from the factory.
Headquarters Toyota.
Recapping for you this half hour, firefighters battling a blaze at an apartment building on Miami Beach. Hundreds of residents were evacuated after officials were forced to shut down power to the building. The Red Cross is helping those displaced residents with temporary shelter. Church leaders demanding Pompano Beach reverse its decision to allow the building of a mosque in a neighborhood. Critics say that Islam has no place in a mostly Christian community and would rather see homes be built in the nearly 5-acre property. The city has already given the Islamic Center the go-ahead for construction. And a Home Depot worker rushed to the hospital after falling through the roof of the home improvement store in Southwest Miami-Dade. Still no word on his condition this morning. And that is a look at this morning's top stories.
Also making news today, a piece of technology being used to get a closer look at the damage done by recent floods in Colorado. A small remote control helicopter has been mounted with a digital camera so that it can get a closer look at the damage. The mini chopper can get in tight and there's no risk to people or property. Vandals in Texas add an alcohol twist to a religious billboard, and not everyone is laughing. Commuters in Houston are doing a double take. The image shows Jesus holding a Budweiser in between the phrases Jesus King of Jews and Jesus King of Beers. The ad, which Budweiser says it did not sponsor, is apparently the work of graffiti artists. LeBron James agreeing to a 3-year contract extension with the Cleveland Cavaliers, keeping the All-Star forward with the club through at least 2009-2010 season. The contract includes an option that would allow the 21-year-old to extend the deal 1 season.
Time for 7 Sports with Steve Shapiro.
Hi, everybody. The American League had not lost an All-Star game since 1996. National League trying to break that 10-year stronghold. 2 Marlins on the National League team.
From the Florida Marlins, infielder Dan Ugla, infielder Miguel Cabrera.
Cabrera played defense. Ugla did not play in the game. After Brad Penny struck out the sides top of the first, in the second here, Vladimir Guerrero gives the Americans the lead, solo home run. But David Wright ties it for the Nationals. Solo home run for Wright. He had the right stuff. Bottom of the second, we're tied 1-1. Nationals get the lead again in the third. First, Carlos Beltran. Beltran steals third base. Beltran at third. Wild pitch, Roy Halladay. Beltran scores 2-1 National League. 2-1 Nationals, 9th inning. Americans have 2 outs, 2 on. Michael Young triples off Trevor Hoffman, 2 runs home. American League wins again, 3-2, 11-year National League drought, and the American League will host the World Series. Some other baseball news, Barry Bonds could be indicted as soon as next week. According to the New York Daily News, Bonds might have committed perjury in 2003 when he told a grand jury he did not use steroids. The ball Babe Ruth hit for his first All-Star Game home run sold yesterday at auction for $805,000. The homer was hit in the first All-Star Game in 1933. The home run ball was expected to sell for $100 grand. Much troubled Canes linebacker Willie Williams wants to transfer away from UM. He reportedly wants to go to a new school where he could be a starter. He's number 2 now behind John Beeson. Before Williams chose UM, he was arrested on a recruiting trip to UF. It was learned at that time that he had been arrested 10 times previously. Williams would have to sit out a year if he transfers to another Division 1A school. Well, not Alonzo Mourning, but we got a good idea yesterday about another Heat veteran, free agent, and his plans for next season. Guard Gary Payton guesting with Jim Rome on ESPN yesterday. Payton turns 38 years old this month, 16 seasons in the league, but he made his intentions clear about next season.
I'm looking to come back and defend that championship in Miami. We got a great team. I think with Pat, he can put 2 or 3 more guys together, get us a little bit more firepower in there. I think we can repeat.
That'd be great. NBA free agent signing period starts today. A member of the Miami Heat family trying to get into professional wrestling. World Wrestling Entertainment. WWE is looking for a new diva, and one of the women applying is Heat dancer Layla El. Been on the squad 2 years. Layla has made it to the Final 8. The winner gets a 1-year contract to wrestle for the WWE.
And I just want to let you know that I am going to be the next diva, and I am going to bring you some new flavor that you have never seen. Please vote for me, and we'll see you on SmackDown. I'm going to bring new flavor. It's my time.
New flavor. All right, Layla. I'm Steve Shapiro. Have a great day, everybody.
I was voting for this flavor.
I got some flavor, some Doritos flavor, huh? Coming up at 6 o'clock today in Florida, a community coming together with hopes of cracking down on violent acts across South Florida.
Danger crossing the street for a toddler and her grandmother who get hit by a car.
A resort up in flames and cameras are rolling.
7 News, brought to you in part by Southern Lexus, the all-new Lexus IS. Why live in one dimension?
Power, intelligence, beauty, control, all thriving under one roof. The new 6-speed all-wheel drive IS from Lexus at your South Florida Lexus dealer.
Mom, these are awesome. You used to fit into these?
Total, 100 calories to help you lose weight. 100% whole grain to help keep your shape.
Hey, sweetie, I want those back.
Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Totally manage your weight.
What's important to you when buying a used car?
Peace of mind. I just want a car I can count on.
CarMax's ASE certified technicians put every used car through a 125-point inspection. For guaranteed quality, CarMax, the way car buying should be.
How do you want to shop for a used car?
Alone. No, really. Put everything online. Let me shop on my time.
CarMax.com has over 20,000 vehicles. And the price you see, that's the real price. CarMax, the way car buying should be.
When big news breaks.
A tractor trailer wreck closing down the turnpike.
The president trying to build consensus among other countries over North Korea's missile test.
A group of Cubans makes a deadly dash for freedom.
See it on 7.
A major explosion on Manhattan's east side.
Explosions block a passenger train.
At least 100 are dead.
When big news breaks, you just gotta see it. See it on 7.
And that's going to do it for Today in Florida at 5:30. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Richard Lemus.
And I'm Tiffany Tucker. Today's top stories plus a check on weather and traffic coming up in 2 minutes. We'll see you then.
Every day I get in the queue to get on the bus that takes me to you. I don't wanna cause no fuss, but can I?
Redesigned from the inside out, the next Nissan Quest, part of the next generation of Nissan thinking.
Hot fares, sexy destinations, sweet new planes. Fly Spirit for less from Fort Lauderdale. Kingston from just $88. Santo Domingo from $139. Detroit from $89. And Montego Bay from $89. Book by July 16th. Spirit Airlines, Fort Lauderdale's hometown airline. SpiritAir.com.
Hey buddy, you with the fish. Do you and your employees have health coverage? No? Why not? Especially now that you can get plans that cost 50% less. It's Blue Options for small businesses. You've got a unique company, right? So just pick from any of our lower cost plans. There's not a bad one in the bunch. Ooh, sprinkles. You know, in Florida, we got small businesses covered. So go ahead, call your local agent or dial 1-866-642-BLUE. You know, it's lefty, loosey, righty, tighty. Blue Options from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida.
Dear Dr. Z, I know Daimler Chrysler invented the minivan, but how is the quality?
Kim, check out our unique Stow and Go on this Chrysler Town & Country. And it's 5-star crash test rated.
But
hey, look what I found. JD Power Award for the highest ranked van in initial quality.
Get employee pricing plus 0% financing on 2006 Chrysler vehicles. If not satisfied, simply return it within 30 days.
Live from the news station. This is Today in Florida.
Now at 6 o'clock, several South Florida radio stations teaming up to show unity for peace. We are live.
A grandmother stuck in the street while pushing her granddaughter's stroller.
A smoky situation causes an emergency evacuation from a Chicago subway.
A series of 7 deadly explosions blast through crowded commuter trains in India.
And the astronauts aboard the shuttle Discovery wake up for another day of duty in space. Good morning, South Florida. I'm Diana Diaz.
And I'm Tiffany Tucker. We'll get to all those stories in just a few moments.
But first, we're going to get a check on today's forecast. Will it be another wet one? 7's Alita Ruska with the answer, hopefully, Alita.
Good morning, Diana. Good morning, everybody. Simple answer to that question. Yes, it is going to be another wet one, but it looks like it's only one day of wet weather, and then we're going to be in for a nice treat for the rest of the weekend into the weekend. Talk more about that in detail coming up. Satellite right now showing impacts from a wave. We've been tracking this wave for the last couple of days. It is now just sitting off of our coast. You can see the clouds being pulled in by a southerly wind flow. Get right to Storm Tracker indicating plenty of rain showers beginning to make its way onshore from the Florida Straits up toward the north and west. Right around the Keys this morning is where we're finding some dangerous lightning strikes just off the coast here of Duck Key, making its way toward Long Key and the lower Matacumbe Key. Further up toward the north around Homestead and Florida City, Cutler Bay, and Oranja, that's where we're indicating some light to moderate rain showers, maybe in some storms popping up as we progress toward the morning. But a good chance of rain today. We'll take a closer look at this and the rest of your forecast coming up in about 15 minutes.
Time now for Fast Track Traffic.
Good morning, everyone. Here's your 7 traffic look at the Dolphin Expressway this morning. If you look to the left side of your screen, you'll see the headlights coming at you. They're going a little bit slower than normal. This is all due to an earlier overnight accident that's now been wrapped up and cleared away. But there was an accident investigation underway right at eastbound lanes of Dolphin Expressway at Lejeune Road that continues to cause delays this morning back to the Palmetto Expressway. That should dissipate a little bit, but your rush hour drive is coming up, so do expect a little bit of a busier ride this morning on the Dolphin Expressway earlier than normal. Besides that, still doing good on the rest of your major highways throughout Miami-Dade County. Let's go to your fast track to traffic. Take a look at Broward County. Do have an injury accident going on this morning. That is going to be northbound on the Turnpike. It's 3 miles north of Hollywood Boulevard at mile marker 52. You do have fire rescue and FHP on the scene of this. Everything is off to the shoulder of the roadway, but there's still a little bit of a delay on the approach. So as you head out this morning, if you don't want to spend the money for this ride on the Turnpike, take the free ride on I-95. That is a clear ride this morning from Hallandale Beach Boulevard to Hillsborough Boulevard, and the rest of your major highways in Broward County also up to speed. That's 7 traffic. I'm David Sprung. More traffic in 15 minutes.
Local radio stations taking to the airwaves in hopes of signaling changes to stop recent violence in South Florida. 2 radio stations joining the Rally for Peace this morning.
And they hope to put a stop to the recent gun violence responsible for the deaths of local youth. 7's Luann Sorrell is live in Liberty City with more for us. Luann?
Well, Diana, many people upset and frustrated with that recent gun violence, now trying to do something about it. The Unity for Peace rally kicking off here this morning at 6 a.m. You can see 2 of my favorite radio stations out here, 99 Jams and Hot 105, leading the charge to end that violence. Yesterday, AM 1080 did the same thing. The city of Miami and Miami-Dade County seeing a surge in young people dying from gun violence. Most recently, 9-year-old Sherdavia Jenkins' little body was laid to rest. The little girl dying in her mother's arms after she's hit by a stray bullet while playing outside her Liberty City home.
And I will praise them while I can. I'll bless.
James Anderson's mother knows the family's pain far too well.
My son was killed with a AK-47. That there are children in our area or in our city that have assault rifles that can go through buildings.
First of all, the way that we address these things is through organization.
But now, a push for peace.
Have Egan Collins here this morning.
Wednesday morning, 99 Jams and Hot 105 doing what WTPS 1080 AM did Tuesday morning, launching a drive calling for people to put down their guns and for men to step up to the plate.
When we address the issues of men, we can see some of the shootings, we can see some of the killings, we can see these things end if we will take our stand as men in the home and in the community.
Even Miami Police Chief John Timoney calling in to voice his support and concern.
We need not only community support, but we need the community members to stand by us and stand with us. And I commend your radio station for going out to the street, out to the community.
The hope is to stop the senseless pain and loss that far too many families in our community are feeling. And the radio station's asking everyone to stop by here this morning and sign their Unity for Peace petition. They will be out here from 6 until 10 o'clock this morning. We are off Northwest 62nd Street, right off of I-95 in Liberty City. And around 9 o'clock this morning, politicians will be out here joined by athletes, community leaders, and activists, all joining in to stop gun violence. Now, you can come out here, and there's also something else you can do to help with the recent surge in gun violence. If you have any information on any of the crimes that have taken place here in Miami or Miami-Dade County, police want you to give them a call at 305-471-TIPS. That is the very latest. We're live in Liberty City this morning. I'm Luann Sorrell, Today in Florida.
All right, Luann, time right now is 6:06. A grandmother and granddaughter hit by a van after crossing into danger. A van striking 56-year-old Florencia Ortega as she pushed her granddaughter, Jennifer Romero, in a stroller across Commercial Boulevard near Andrews Avenue. The baby and stroller dragged half a block. Several Good Samaritans stopped to help lift the van off the 1-year-old.
10 people, that's it. Put it up of the car so the baby is coming out.
She recognized, I'm assuming it was her grandmother or something when she got down there, so we were hopeful.
The The baby girl was rushed to Broward General Medical Center with her grandmother. Their conditions are unknown at this time, but police are still investigating the accident. The driver has not been charged.
6 minutes past 6 o'clock now, and a Pompano Beach Country Club going up in smoke. Fire rescue cameras rolling as smoke filled the sky at the Palm Air Resort yesterday afternoon. The flames ripping through a warehouse containing golf carts and other equipment. Several neighboring buildings also sustaining smoke damage, but no injuries were reported. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Miami police and fire rescue taking no chances evacuating businesses near the Tobacco Road landmark bar after an uncontrollable gas leak. Authorities setting up perimeters in the area of Southwest 1st Avenue and 7th Street. That leak has since been capped.
Trouble on the tracks after a car is crushed by a train. Authorities say a woman was stopped on the tracks at Bird Road on Southwest 72nd Street when a train came rushing through. The train conductor applied the brakes to avoid slamming into the car, but he says there just wasn't enough time.
We got about 15,000 ton here. You can't stop it like a car. My engineers dumped the air, put on all the emergency brakes, but we just kept sliding.
The car was pushed about 1/10 of a mile down the track. The driver was taken to Jackson Memorial Hospital.
In Bombay,
you could hear loud sound. There was smoke, there was fire.
The terror attacks tearing through trains.
People were hanging from the train. There are some people who were thrown out from the train.
Today in Florida, on the story.
Those bombs blasting during rush hour.
And this morning, the death toll stands at nearly 200 people. Tara Mergener is live in the nation's capital with more. Good morning, Tara.
Good morning, Diana and Tiffany. Well, the search for victims continues this morning in India. Meantime, here at home, precautions are being taken.
The death toll in Mumbai is now nearing the 200 mark following the deadly explosions. Tuesday, 7 blasts ripped through packed commuter trains in India's financial capital.
You could hear loud sound. There was smoke, there was fire.
The explosions happened within 11 minutes of each other during the evening rush hour. The Indian government says nearly 500 were hurt in the blasts. Bodies are still being recovered.
We will work to defeat the evil designs of terrorists and will not allow them to succeed.
There's been no claim of responsibility for the bombings yet, but U.S. officials say 2 Islamic terrorist groups in the disputed Kashmir region are suspected.
We will stand with India on the war on terror. It simply shows that this kind of hideous incident can happen anywhere in the world against innocent people.
Some U.S. cities are now being more vigilant following the attack. In New York City, there's been no specific threat, but security on the mass transit system is being stepped up.
We take a terror attack any place in the world, especially one on a public transport system, as a serious warning.
And President Bush has now issued a statement sending his deepest condolences to the victims. Live in Washington this morning, I'm Tara Mergener, today in Florida.
Also overseas, we are learning the militant group Hezbollah has captured 2 Israeli soldiers during clashes on the border of Israel and Lebanon. The cross-border attacks reportedly killing 3 Israelis. The Israeli military sending ground forces into the neighboring country to look for them. Government officials say the forces are trying to keep the soldiers' captors from moving them deeper into Lebanon, making the search for them even more difficult.
Time right now is 6:10. Security is being tightened in Germany as officials prepare for President Bush's arrival. The president will spend Thursday with Germany Chancellor Angela Merkel just before heading to Russia for the G8 summit with the First Lady. Yesterday, thousands of police officers started patrolling a town about 2 hours north of Berlin. All streets leading into the town are closed, and law enforcement is enforcing a no-fly zone covering several miles. The defense secretary making a surprise visit to Iraq this morning. Donald Rumsfeld says the new Iraqi government is not ready to decide on security issues which will determine the pace of troop reductions this year. There are now about 129,000 U.S. troops in Iraq. Meanwhile, Rumsfeld is rejecting Iraq's request for Iraqi courts to handle the prosecution of American troops accused of crimes against Iraqis.
The time is now 6:11. We hit fast forward for a look at the day ahead. You can groove your way onto the basketball court with a white-hot Heat star, a South Florida teacher hoping to rise to the head of the class, but first, a sailor sailing his way into court.
A U.S. Navy submarine crewman who is charged with trying to burglarize and torch $1 million yacht during Fleet Week is due in court. 23-year-old Robert Coloretti was found on the Ida II while it was docked on the New River back in May. The sailor is expected to be arraigned later this morning. Kids at Gulfstream Elementary School know how good she is, and now Miami-Dade third grade teacher Lynn Carrier is among the finalists in tonight's Florida Teacher of the Year ceremony. Carrier was chosen among more than 180,000 teachers as one of 72 nominees. In May, she was handed the keys to a new Toyota and more than $7,000 in cash and prizes. Zoe's Summer Groove Basketball Clinic is taking place today in Miramar. This is the first of a series of events surrounding the annual event. Alonzo Mourning will team up with many of his NBA All-Star friends as they meet mid-court Sunday in a basketball game benefiting Alonzo Mourning charities.
For the latest news, log on with us anytime at WSVN.com. You can always tune into 7 News at noon.
More into the bay.
This morning, 2 Discovery astronauts will attempt a third and final spacewalk. The astronauts will test to see if a putty-like sealant can be used to patch damaged heat shield tiles of the space shuttle while in orbit. The third spacewalk was approved while the shuttle was still in space, adding an extra day to the 13-day mission.
The time is now 6:12, and still to come this morning from the Plaque, subpoenas are being handed out after a newlywed is crushed under collapsing concrete.
Smoke fills the Chicago subway, causing a commotion in the Windy City.
And mushrooms may improve the outlook of addicts and terminal cancer patients.
Power, intelligence, beauty, control, all thriving under one roof. The new 6-speed all-wheel drive IS from Lexus at your South Florida Lexus dealer.
In the mood for a steak, Tony Roma's makes them and they make them great.
Some decisions are difficult, like whether to savor Tony Roma's ribs or a USDA choice ribeye, New York strip, or a juicy filet. Think it can't get any better? Top it with blue cheese, sauteed mushrooms, or caramelized onions. Tony Roma's, ribs, seafood, and great steaks.
Time to make a change. Changes in the air.
Just the change you've been looking for. The long and short of it is, Ross has the latest looks for fall.
Time to make a change. Changes everywhere.
And it's savings of 40 to 60% off department store prices. You'll get to keep a big chunk of change.
Time to make a change. Changes.
Ross, there's no comparison.
Changes everywhere.
Why the glasses, sir?
Because the eyes, madame, reveal everything. And if you can see what I'm thinking, then I'll have the upper hand in this little negotiation we're having.
Here you go.
Giving in quickly. Smart. You were about to look for